Hello, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this baby eaglet. It is very similar to my penguin that I showed you guys how to crochet back in December of last year, but it takes fewer color changes, and we're going to be doing this with a slightly smaller hook. They are very cute, and I'm doing a market July 3rd, right before 4th of July, so I thought it'd be fun to make a bunch of these. And I might as well just show you guys the pattern because it's very easy and kind of fun. So let's get on to supplies. So to make these little guys, you're gonna want a 5.5 millimeter hook. I like using the Clover brand, but it doesn't really matter what brand you use as long as it's a 5.5 millimeter hook. So you're definitely gonna need that. You are going to need a sewing needle to sew up the bottom, so you'll want that. You don't need these, but scissors to cut the yarn are always convenient. So are stitch markers. Again, it's not necessary, but it is convenient. And safety eyes. I'm going to be using these 10 millimeter safety eyes. I think they're really good for this size of project. You are also going to need stuffing. You don't really need that much. Even this might be too much, although we do want to pack it pretty tight, so you're going to need some of that. And 3 different colors of yarn. So I like using a bright, vibrant yellow, a dark brown, and a bright white. All right, let me show you how to make this guy. Alright, so we're going to take our white yarn first, and we're going to cross it over itself like this, and then grab this, this strand right here, and pull it through that loop to form a little loop. And we're going to put that loop on our hook and chain 2. So 1, 2. After that, we're going to go in the second chain from the hook and single crochet 8. So once you have 8 single crochets, it should look something like this. Make sure that there's 8 of them, and you're going to slip stitch into this one. So to do that, it might be hard to see, but you just get it in there, grab this yarn, pull it through, slip stitch. Now you have a magic ring with 8 single crochet. The next thing we're going to do, continuing in white, is increase in each one of those single crochets that we did. So we're doing 8 increases now, bringing the total of our round to 16. So to increase, if you don't know how to do an increase, you just do 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. So here's my next stitch right there. I'm going to do 2 increases into it. So there's 2 single crochets into it. So there's 1 single crochet, the next single crochet. So that's an increase. I'm going to do 2 single crochets into the same stitch for an increase. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. So once you have a total of 8 increases, the next thing you're going to do is a single crochet for the next round. So I should have used a stitch marker because I lost count. So we'll see if this is actually 16. But you should 16 single crochet for the next round. So let me actually put in a stitch marker right here. 3, I'm the type of person who like needs to count when I crochet or like can't talk. So that's why when I film tutorials, it's very difficult to concentrate while also speaking. Like I'll lose count of my stitches and then I'll be like, oh my god, where am I? Ooh, luckily I did it right though. That was 16. Okay, so there you go. There's 16 single crochets. So this should look like this now, where it's starting to curve. You're gonna do 2 more rounds of 16 single crochet. So we did 1, we want 2 more. So single crochet, 16 times, all around. And if you're a complete beginner, I'm sorry if I'm not explaining everything super well. There are many free tutorials on YouTube that can help you out. Even what I recommend, honestly, is just watching how to make different stitches before you like make a plushie or whatever. That'll help you out a lot. All right, so there's another round. So I got 2 rounds of 16 single crochet, and I'm gonna do one last round to do 3 rounds total of 16 single crochet. So this is my last round in white. Let's see. So one thing I like about this project is it's incredibly quick. Like I make one of these eaglets in probably 10 minutes or so. All right, so once you get to that last stitch right here, so this is my last stitch in the round, I'm going to do single crochet 1, but I'm not gonna finish it off. So I'm gonna get 2 chains on my hook and we're gonna color change. So I usually just break the yarn. You could cut it if you want. We're gonna grab our brown now. So get my brown. And we're going to put it through these 2 loops. So I just put it on my hook and pull it through those 2 loops. And then in the next round, taking out my stitch marker, in the next round, I am going to single crochet 6 in brown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 single crochets in brown. Excuse me. And then we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And this is where we make our first wing. So chain 3, slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. So slip stitch, single crochet in the next chain, slip stitch back into that single crochet on the body so there are no gaps, and then single crochet back into the white for 6 single crochet. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On that 6th single crochet, you're gonna chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then slip stitch into that chain, single crochet into the next chain, then slip stitch into the stitch on the body. Then you're going to single crochet 4. And that will lead you back to where we first started in brown. So now you could already see that the eagle is starting to develop. We are going to do 3 more rounds in brown. So we're doing 3 rounds of 16 single crochet, all in brown. So, excuse me. What I like to do for this part, but you don't have to, but it just works out faster if you just add up 16 3 times and just count. But you don't have to do that. You could use the stitch marker. It is up to you. I know some people also count how many rows that they've made by using one of those, oh gosh, I forget what they're called, but there's the little things where you could poppet sockets or whatever, pop sockets, whatever. Some people use those to count their rounds, and I think that's pretty smart. So I did one round, I gotta do another round. There's 2. But yeah, it just depends. If you're good at counting rounds, that's probably not something you have to worry about. But if you kind of forget, oh wait, what round am I on? You might want to use one of those pop sockets to keep count. I sometimes use a little piece of paper or write it on my calculator. But anyways, or not write it, type it on my calculator. Anyways, I am on my 3rd and final round of 16 single crochet. So, but yeah, sometimes I just get distracted and forget how many rounds I do. All right. So, after you're done your 3 rounds of 16 single crochet, you're going to do 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in that 6th one, you're not going to close it. You're going to leave these 2 chains on your hook. And you're going to grab your yellow finally. Pull your yellow through these 2 loops. And then in this next stitch right here, we're going to be making a little bobble stitch. So to make a bobble stitch, you wrap it around the yarn. So you have this yarn on your hook, you wrap it around, and you go in and you pull up 1. So there should be 3 loops on your hook, and then you grab it and you pull through 2 of those loops. And then there's 2 loops on your hook. So again, we're gonna wrap it around our hook, go into that single crochet, pull up a loop, and then pull through 2. Wrap it around, go into that loop, pull up a loop, and since this is the 3rd one, we're gonna actually pull through all 5. Usually we pull through 2, but on the 3rd one, you're gonna pull through all 5. And that will make that little bobble. Okay, we're gonna go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and single crochet. Single crochet for 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make another bobble stitch. So I'll show you how to do that again. So wrap it around, or actually pull through those 2 loops with your new color. Then go into the next stitch, you wrap it around, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, you got 2 remaining loops on your hook, wrap it around, go into that single crochet again, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops, and you're gonna have 3 loops on your hook this time. Wrap it around one last time, go in there, pull up a loop, and pull through all 5 loops on your hook. And that makes that little bobble. Okay, and then you're gonna single crochet 4 till the end of the round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so our eagle is basically done. We just gotta add the safety eyes and sew up the bottom. What I like to do is I like to leave this yellow pretty long and then just sew the beak immediately by using that yellow from the feet. That way I don't lose any yarn and I'm not wasting any yarn. So I'm gonna grab my safety eyes and we are gonna see which color I want to use. I want to make it match my other eagle, so I'm just going to use these clear ones. You could use any kind you want, but I would recommend using 10 millimeters. All right. I like placing these guys in between rounds 4 and 3. You know, 4 and 3 would be good, but I just stick them right into round 4 because my backings aren't the best and I don't want the eyes to fall through or fall out. So I just stick them like through these tiny little gaps on round 4. But if you're doing it normally, I would suggest putting the eyes between rounds 4 and 3. Ooh, about I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches apart would be good. And just pop that guy on there. There we go. Okay, and then what I like to do is I take this yellow and I make a beak. So I kind of like seeing how big the beak will be, so I kind of approximately judge the size of it. And then to make the beak, it's super simple. You basically just sew it straight across. And you can do it a couple times. It doesn't have to be just once. I usually like doing it twice, just in case. If you do it too many times, though, it might like look too thick. But I do it twice, maybe 3 times. And then don't cut this. Instead, just push it back into the body. I usually like just pushing it back with scissors. If you need to, you can just use your sewing needle to push it back in. Anyway, there's our little eagle. We are gonna stuff him. So take your stuffing. You really don't need that much. So I like stuffing him until he's nice and round. He's not round. Until he's nice and chungus. So he'll be really firm. I don't know why I stuff my guys so much, but I like stuffing them a lot. So I have a tight tension, so I never really have to worry about gaps. But yeah, stuff them real good. And look at him. He's adorable. So the last thing we gotta do is one more round. For this final round, we are just going to do decreases. So to do a decrease, you go through the front loops only. So I'm going to show you guys if you can see this. These are the front loops of each stitch, and these are the back loops. See? So you're going to go through those front loops to make a decrease. You go through those 2 front loops, pull through 2, you got 2 on your hook, and then pull through those 2. So I'll show you how to do that a couple times. We're going to decrease 8 times. So go through those 2 front loops, pull through 2, got 2 on your hook, pull through those 2. That's how you make a decrease. It's a little tricky when you get to the feet, but it's not that hard. But again, you're gonna do this for 8 times, 8 decreases. All right. After that, we're just going to chain 1 and they leave a long tail for sewing close the body. Fasten off. Get that yarn and sew up the butt. And I usually like going through, again, the front loops to sew it up because I feel like it looks a little more clean, but it really doesn't matter because like nobody's gonna be staring at the butt of the eagle, hopefully. But yeah, so once you do that, go through the front loops only, you just pull it and it closes. And then I just like going back into the body, like all the way up through the head with the brown and then cutting it off like that. Yeah, and there we go. There's your guy. He's all done. Hope you guys enjoyed this. The written pattern is in the description, so if you are an experienced crocheter and you'd rather just read that than listen to me ramble on, talking, just go ahead and look at that. And I hope you enjoy the eagles, and I hope you have a good week and eat barbecue if you guys celebrate 4th of July. I don't know if I will, but I know I'll be at my market, so we'll see. But anyways, hope you enjoy your eagle. Bye.